Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Paul Runs Colfax. This is episode 1. Yeah, it's just really excited. The purpose of this vlog is to show you some of my training for the Colfax Marathon this year. And Colfax Marathon's in May. So the Colfax Marathon is by far the coolest marathon in Denver. And you get to run through all parts of the city. And it's just great. But the marathon is really hard. So for me, usually I get through mile 20 feeling really good, and then after that I get a lot of adrenaline running through Sports Authority Field, and after that I just kind of flop and die. Like it feels terrible, and I don't want to have that feeling. So I'm doing this vlog because I want to improve on my training. And I really want to really stay consistent, and this vlog is going to add some accountability where I can show you what I'm doing for my training, and really I can hopefully you guys can encourage me to stick to my training plan. I feel like I always get to run a half marathon called that damn half marathon in March, and it gives me about 8 weeks until the actual marathon. So I always feel really good going into that half marathon, and then I don't know what happens after that. I do know it's the training miles start to build up, and you start building in those long runs that are like 17, 18 miles, and the big one like getting 20, 22 miles. Try to hit that a couple times during training, and man, I feel like that's when I start to fall off. And I want to do this vlog so I can stay consistent and really follow through with my training plan. And I know you will help me do that, man, and hold me accountable for how I do. And so, what's my why? Man, why would anybody want to run a marathon? I mean, it's so long, it's so 26 miles. But for me, running has added a lot to my life, and a lot of peace and joy, especially like getting out there with friends. It feels really good to be in a race and have everybody around you. And even though you're kind of suffering and hurting, everybody's going through the same thing, and everybody has a different reason to run. So I really started running because I was overweight. I've always had an issue with obesity, and running has been a great way to get some exercise and always hold myself accountable for being active, and it's blessed my life. I mean, I'm healthier than I've ever been. I'm avoiding a lot of the health complications that were kind of coming up in my life. Where I was I think at my heaviest. At my heaviest, when I was 19 years old, I was about 260 pounds. Now I'm at about 190. So even that, I would like to lose some more weight. But running has been a key catalyst in keeping my weight down, helping me stay healthy. I also have asthma, so I run with asthma, and it's a way for me really to overcome it. I noticed that if I take a break or I don't train for a while, that my asthma symptoms are worse. And running is really, man, it's blessed me so much just to stay active and avoid the trouble with asthma. My father also, right about the time where I was getting into running, my father had 6 bypasses on his heart, and it was a really scary time. It was a really scary time, and it's been about 9 years, and my dad, he pulled through. So there are a lot of health complications that run in my family, like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, of course, and just in general, being a little overweight. Around the same time, I went to the doctor and I learned that I had pre-hypertension, and man, I was 21, 22 years old, but I'm a big dude, and it was really scary. So I knew that something had to change. So my father and I, we got those old Nike Plus watches, and I started running, and my dad started walking, and he's no longer on diabetes medication and things like that. He walks every day, walks the dogs every day. Well, my dad's in his 70s, and he's really active, and he really logs more miles walking than I do running, which is amazing. And so that's really my why when it comes down to it is I need to be healthy, and if I want to stay alive, I need to run. So I run. I also bike. I have an indoor Peloton bike, which hopefully in a couple episodes I'll show you some footage of. But so in another reason to run is inspiration, right? So when I run, I feel inspired. When I run, I feel hopeful. When I run, I feel at peace. Not all the time, because sometimes you get out there and it's really hard and it hurts. But in general, when I'm on a run, either by myself or with my running partners, man, I feel really good. I feel on top of the world. And some of you runners out there might have gotten that runner's high, where you feel like everything's great. You feel everything is on point. You're in tune with your body and your mind, and it can be spiritual sometimes. And so every time I go out, I don't always feel that way, but it has the potential to. And I really, especially running the Colfax Marathon, when I run through the neighborhoods and running with so many people around me, and even there's a lot of teachers from my school. Shout out to the Wolfpack. There's a lot of teachers from my school that run at Magone Academy, because we are a DeVita charity partner. That almost every time I run Colfax, I always have these crazy moments where it's like super highs and super lows, and you can't have the highs without the lows, and it's just part of running, man. And even going through the whole training program, you'll see connecting. Running is so much like life, in that things go your way, some things don't, like the weather, things like that affect you, and it's up to you to overcome and control what you can control and overcome those obstacles. So that's why I run. And really doing this vlog for that accountability piece. Also, I've always wanted to start a vlog of some sort, and it's just really interesting to me. I know everybody has a vlog these days and everybody's on YouTube, but I might as well throw my hat in the ring and see what happens. I'm really inspired by YouTubers like the Ginger Runner and Sage Candidate. And they've inspired me to be a better runner, and so I feel like it'd be a great opportunity for me to share what I do, and I think it's important too, because I'm not a super fast runner, and I'm just kind of a regular guy. I'll average like a 9-minute mile pace. I think my PR for 5K is 23 minutes, 10K is 50 minutes, half marathon is like an hour and 50 minutes, and then the marathon, it gets me every time. Like, I keep a good pace until the last 6 miles, and I feel like that's kind of the everyman experience, where you train really hard, you put in all this work, but in the end, I haven't gotten my time, and I want to make that change this year. In fact, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get my time of 4 hours and 20 minutes. And shout out to the Colfax Marathon and all the Colfax ambassadors out there. Sign up for Colfax by going to runcolfax.org. You don't have to run the marathon. You can run the half marathon. There's even a 10-miler, which is a unique distance. But in that 10 miles, you see a lot of the city, which is great. There's also the relay for the marathon, which you can find a relay team, get a bunch of your friends, and just run and have a good time. So it's always, the Colfax Marathon is always fun. There's always so many people out there And every year it seems to get even better than before. So I'm looking forward to showing you my training plans and getting feedback and getting some advice from you. But also, if I can teach you something, that'd be great. And some tips and just kind of show you what my training's like. And yeah, if this vlog helps you in any way, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episode of Paul Runs Colfax. So let me know what your why is and put it in the comment box below. Why do you run? Or why do you do what you do?